On today's episode of Fix It Your Motherfucker Self, we got 2010 Jeep Liberty. We're gonna show y'all what we're gonna do. We got a old brake lights not working issue, so we're gonna show y'all what we need to do to fix that dilemma. So we're gonna holler at y'all in a minute. We got my assistant here, Mr. Jaden. He's gonna have to assist me with this one. What we're gonna get him to do is get inside. This is the new switch, y'all, right there. We're gonna have to get him inside and press the brake pedal. Let me show y'all what's going on here. Go ahead. See the third light brake light on? But there ain't no lights right there. Yeah. This is what we gotta switch out. Brake light switch. So I'm gonna show y'all how to install this old thing. So I'll tell y'all in a minute. Of course, first what you're gonna do is open the door. Yeah. Then you're gonna open this up here and lift up, pull out. All right. That right there is the old switch. So what you're gonna do is, I may not be able to reach in here and do this at the same time because my hand's gonna be in the way. You're gonna twist that off the bracket. You're gonna twist it counterclockwise. Once you release it off the bracket, you can get it off, and easier to get out to get the electrical connector off right there. So we're gonna holler at y'all in a minute. Here's the old switch. What you're gonna do, pull this tab all the way up. So safety tab. Then you should be able to pull it off. But it's gonna take two hands. So we're gonna get this joker off. But you push that tab right there down after, and you can't put it down till that red tab is all the way up. So after we get that released, we'll get to the next step. I'll tell y'all in a minute. Now, getting the new one in is the opposite of taking it out, pretty much. So, we got the new one in. Gotta plug up the connector, push a little red tab down, and we done. So, we're gonna do all that and holler at y'all in a second. And then show y'all the next step. See the little lever right there? You gotta get that parallel with the connector after you do all that too. So, be back in a minute. Now, this little lever right there, do not press on the brake when you're doing this. You want to get it parallel with this. So you pretty much flip it like that. Now it's parallel. Now it's installed completely. Now, I'll get my assistant here. Yeah, get him to hit the old brakes again. And we still don't have brakes. But the switch is in, so we got to do a little further investigation because the customer said they needed a brake switch. But looks like we got some other issues going on. So gonna get those scan tool out. I'll tell you in a minute. Well, we got the hood up. Gonna check the old fuse box here. See what we can find here. Because apparently some other than that brake pedal switch or brake light switch is not working. So once we figure that out, son's gonna get the scan tool. We'll be back and holler at y'all. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got a little snag in our little progress here because the customer forgot to leave me the keys. Was at work. So therefore, you're supposed to leave the keys with my kids. So therefore, if no keys, can't hook up the scan tool because you can't turn the switch. And you can't hook up the scan tool with the switch not being turned to figure out if there is an electrical issue or maybe just something simple as the brake light bulbs need to be changed. But talked to the customer's mom, said that they already changed out the brake lights, the bulbs. So who knows? All right, I'll chat in a little bit. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So we have tested everything inside the underneath the engine. All the fuses are working fine. As you can see, we got both brake lights off. Now we done probed. If y'all can see here, we done probed them to some metal right here. Now we're gonna take the switch, make sure that the switch is working. Now, got my probe here. When that light turns red, it'll mean we got brakes. Right now my son doesn't have the brake on yet, which he's inside the car. You don't see no red light right now. Go ahead and hit the brake, Jay. Y'all can see that. Light's red. Take your foot off. And hit it again. As you can see, on this side, the brake light, the plug is working. Let's go to the other side. You can let off. Go to the other side, just to make sure we are accurate here. He's still got his foot on the brake, but let it off. But you see on this side, hit it again. You in the brake? All right. You see it works on this side too. So we know it's getting. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we might have found out the culprit. I don't know if y'all can see that. See all that burn marks right there? Yeah, that's the bulb that came out. Now, I got extra bulb I had in my RAM. And so it's not a 3157, it's a 3057. So like, if I plug in the old bulb, my assistant Jaden's in the vehicle, hit the brake, no light. But if I take this extra bulb that I had sitting around in my RAM, we got light. So that is the problem. The bulbs are bad now. So, and you see they've been melted. So therefore, customer just came by. We told her what's going on, so she's going to Wally World to go get some new bulbs. So when she get back, we've been to fix this job. So we holler at y'all in a minute. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my lovely assistant, my wife, is in there. She's gonna hit the old brakes. So we didn't change out the bulbs. So that's pretty much what it was. So we're gonna close this out in a minute here. Holler at y'all in a minute. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this will conclude another episode of Fix It Your Motherfucker Self on this 2010 Jeep Liberty. We're gonna holler at y'all next time around.